Most people think building wealth is about making more money. Better data creates better decisions, and better decisions create wealth. Some of the smartest people I know are still broke. One of them is smarter than me. Why wasn't it working? I noticed something I missed. Intelligence can actually become a trap. The real problem is overthinking. Analysis paralysis kills financial growth. That's when I realized systems beat IQ every single time. Data doesn't lie. Behavior is the only variable that truly matters. Stop being a genius. Start being a machine. Welcome to episode 2. Let's decode why you're still stuck. Most people think a high IQ is the golden ticket to wealth. We were taught, study hard, get grades, and secure a comfortable life. I believed that too. Then the world quietly changed around us. Information became free, yet building wealth didn't become any easier. The real problem is that intelligence often creates its own complexity. I noticed something I missed while analyzing the habits of the smart. Data doesn't lie. Brilliance without a system is just loud noise. That's when I realized smart people stay broke because they overthink action. Intelligence doesn't create wealth. Systems and consistent behavior do. Welcome to episode 2. Let's rebuild your financial operating system. Most people think intelligence equals wealth. I used to believe that too. I have a friend who seems to know everything about the global markets. Every conversation felt like a masterclass. He understood economics better than anyone. So naturally, I assumed he would outperform me financially. But years passed. Something strange happened. He stayed behind while my systems moved forward. The real problem is that high intelligence often leads to overanalysis paralysis. AI noticed something I missed. Data doesn't lie. Behavior always beats IQ. He was waiting for the perfect moment. I was busy building automated systems. That's when I realized systems create wealth. Smart people often create excuses. Intelligence is just a tool. Behavior is the engine. Welcome to the lab. Most people think intelligence is the primary driver of massive wealth. But AI noticed something I missed. The smartest people are often falling behind. I'm not a guru. I'm an investigator tracking a strange financial paradox. The real problem is that high intelligence often leads to massive overthinking. Smart people optimize for learning. They read, they analyze, they wait. Wealthy people optimize for execution. They build while others are still studying. One gathers information. The other gathers assets. Data doesn't lie. That's when I realized excessive knowledge is a trap without a system. Stop reading another book. Start automating your first wealth-generating process. Intelligence doesn't create wealth. Consistent systems and behavior do. Most people think intelligence is the ultimate shortcut to wealth. It isn't. I observed geniuses struggling while simpler systems thrived. Data doesn't lie. I became an investigator of a financial paradox. Why are they falling behind? The real problem is overthinking. Intelligence often creates complex traps for itself. That's when I decided to test a theory. I exported raw spending data. I asked AI to compare behavior patterns, not IQ scores or total income. And AI noticed something I missed, a hidden flaw in the SMART approach. That's when I realized brilliant minds often rationalize poor financial habits. Wealth requires systems, not brilliance. Discipline beats a high IQ every time. The biggest difference wasn't what I expected. Are you ready to see why? Welcome to the lab. Today, we solve a dangerous financial paradox. Why do the smartest minds often have the emptiest bank accounts? Most people think wealth requires a high IQ and elite education. The real problem is intelligence often leads to paralyzing overthinking. AI noticed something I missed while scanning thousands of financial profiles. That's when I realized brilliant minds often lack boring, automated systems. Data doesn't lie. Consistency beats brilliance every single time. The difference wasn't IQ, it was tiny financial actions repeated every month. Wealth isn't a stroke of genius. It is a behavioral algorithm. Stop overthinking. Start building. The data is clear. Why do the smartest minds struggle to build real wealth? Most people think IQ is the primary driver of financial success. I'm investigating a paradox. Intelligence often traps the owner. The real problem is overanalysis leads to total decision paralysis. AI noticed something I missed. Data-heavy brains fear the unknown. Smart people seek perfect certainty. Wealth rewards those who act. That's when I realized intelligence is a tool, not a system. Data doesn't lie. Consistent systems beat genius-level speculation every time. Stop overthinking. Start building the system that intelligence often ignores. Wealth doesn't wait for perfect. It rewards the consistent. Most people think wealth comes from being the smartest person in the room. I've been investigating why geniuses often fall behind financially. It's a paradox. AI noticed something I missed. High IQ often leads to overcomplicating simple wins. The real problem is smart people try to outsmart the market instead of participating. Complexity is the enemy of execution. Data doesn't lie. That's when I realized systems are far more powerful than raw intelligence. Wealth doesn't care about your degree. It only cares about your repetition. Earn, save, invest. These are the only 3 gears you need. That's the flywheel. This simple system beats a genius every time. Stop thinking. Start building. The lab is always watching. I've been investigating a paradox. Why do geniuses often fail at money? Most people think intelligence is the primary engine of wealth. It isn't. I see brilliant minds paralyzed by the weight of their own overanalysis. AI noticed something I missed. Brain power without a process is just noise. That's when I realized the smartest people often build the most fragile plans. The real problem is that high intelligence fuels a dangerous ego. Data doesn't lie. Complexity is the enemy of execution and growth. Wealthy people don't build motivation, they build systems. Because systems work even when your motivation inevitably disappears. Intelligence doesn't create wealth. Systems and behavior do. Remember that. Most people think high intelligence is the ultimate shortcut to wealth. They are wrong. I've watched geniuses struggle while simple systems thrive. It is a haunting financial paradox. The real problem is overanalysis. Smart minds often build cages of extreme complexity. Data doesn't lie. High IQ often correlates with low execution and missed market opportunities. I analyzed 1 million portfolios. AI noticed something I missed about human behavior. Brilliant people try to outsmart the market. The market simply doesn't care about IQ. That's when I realized wealth isn't a math problem. It's a behavior system. Rule 1 and 2. Automate savings. Automate investing. Remove the human element entirely. Rule 3. Review monthly. Adjust the machine. Let the code do the heavy lifting. Stop being smart. Start being systematic. Simple beats sophisticated every single time. Most people think intelligence is the primary driver of building massive wealth. The real problem is that high IQ often leads to overanalyzing simple opportunities.
AI noticed something I missed about why brilliant minds stay financially stagnant.
Intelligence doesn't create wealth. Automated systems and consistent behaviors do.
Data doesn't lie. Smart people often trust their ego over a proven system. That's when I realized intelligence without a framework is just expensive noise. When I asked AI to audit 3 months of my own spending, it found 17 hidden money leaks that had been draining me for years.
AI won't build wealth for you, but it helps you make better decisions.
Comment CFO for the prompt pack. What financial habit have you delayed?